Hi YouTubers. Alright, so I've been catching the dickens for not giving any updates of our little house on the hill. So here we go. It is January 9th, Saturday morning, 2016. Everything really basically looks like hell because it's January 9th. And of course there's no leaves on the trees, and that's, you know how it gets. But I'll let you see it. We're still here. We still love it. I've added some solar panels. I've added a wind turbine. We're not off-grid, but it's a great backup system. We've been here, oh gosh, it's going on 4 years now, I guess. We've got raised bed gardens. We were raising chickens and hatching chickens. This has been a real mild winter. We haven't had snow yet. I got the tractor sitting there with a blade on it ready and haven't needed it, and that's great. Anyway, so we got out of the chicken business and got into the duck business. Lots of good reasons for health purposes. The eggs are the best kept secret in the world. But I'll show you some of the duck houses and stuff here. Wait till I get back there and I'll get back on. Oh, for the first time this year we bought some firewood. The neighbor who lives up that lane back about almost a quarter mile, he's got 40 acres that surround us, and that's where we bought the property, and he just sold. New neighbor seems like a real nice guy. It was logged out about 4 years ago, and there's a lot of treetops, and we've always got all our firewood out of there. And I haven't got to know the new guy real well yet, but I think he's going to be fine with it. He's a super nice guy. But until I get to know him, we bought a little firewood, so that's what that is, a pile of firewood. Well, mixed. I also cut some wood some other places and threw it in with it, but those mill ends are just a little load of wood we bought as a backup, and haven't needed it that much this year. It hasn't been that cold, but we've used it some, and we have electric heat, and I just try to cut back on the heat we use with wood, especially on the weekends. So anyway, I'll be back. This is a garage. I don't know if that was in the last videos or not. Garage wasn't always here, of course. We moved in and then built the garage. So there's the garage, and the shop's behind it. I'll show you that here in a second. The side of the garage, my mail pouch tobacco barn sign. If you're not from the Ohio area, you probably aren't familiar with those, but those were a real icon in the 30s, 40s, 50s in Ohio. So, a guy named Harley painted every mail pouch tobacco barn in Ohio, Pennsylvania area, and I kind of did that as a memorial to Harley. Anyway, in the little shop, I've got a little hatchery going. I built an incubator to hatch duck eggs. I'll show you that in a second. And over here's our little duck house. We've got khaki Campbells, Welsh Harlequins, Saxonies, and Muscovies. And right now they're separated so I can keep the eggs pure and hatch this spring. There's the khaki Campbells in there. The Welsh Harlequins are young. They're only about 2.5, 3 months. So it'll be another 2.5 months before they start to lay. But that's the Welsh Harlequin juveniles in there. And then over here, and they all run, and they're free range and run outside and have a lot of room to run once the eggs are done here. There's a 30 by 30 run, and I've got even a cover over it to protect them from the hawks. But these are Saxonies. The reddish brown ones out here are all Saxonies, and then the black and white ones are Muscovies. There's a drake there. He's a pretty guy. Let's see if I can get that to zoom in. There you go. There's one of the drakes. There's 2 drakes in there with them. Anyway, they're kind of a pretty duck. So I'll show you the incubator I built, and I just put a small batch of eggs in this morning for the first time. I'll be back. So here's my duck egg incubator. I had a GQF Sportsman incubator, which is supposed to be the Cadillac of other than commercial incubators. And that's what I hatched chicken eggs with, and it did okay. I'm not going to badmouth the Sportsman. It's a good incubator, but maybe it was just me. I don't know. I had a lot of problems keeping the humidity levels where they should be. And I got them high enough. I did some fairly successful hatches of chickens, but I never had a lot of luck with it. And I decided to build one. So I built this incubator. It's got a digital electronic controller. It should run around 99.5. It'll drop down to about 99 and kick on. You'll see the lights kick on here in a minute that supply the heat. It'll go up to about 100. So there, it just kicked on. Kicked on at 99.1, and it'll kick off at about 100. But that's what the sensor's seeing when you look at the thermometers inside. That one's at 99.6, so that's it. You know, it goes down so far and goes up so far, but the average inside, it really stays fairly consistent at right around 99.5, 99.6. So should be good. And humidity, I don't know if you're ever going to be able to see that. Where's it at? There you go. Humidity level right now is running 78%. But I just put them in about half hour ago, and started a video right after I put them in. Before I opened the door, you can see right there it was running 99.5 and 83%. So it'll go back up and hold steady at about 83%. John Metzer of Metzer Farms, which has a huge duck hatchery in California, most wonderful, helpful man on the entire planet. Great guy. And his website recommends 86 degrees for up until lockdown of duck eggs, and then you increase it to 94%. So yeah, I'm getting 83. I'm within 3%. That's really not bad. I never got anywhere near that high with that GQF Sportsman. 60, 65, maybe 70% is the best I could do. And for lockdown, when I need to increase it, I'll add an additional pan of water down here. I have plenty of room, and that's what I attribute to why I can get higher humidity levels, is because I have more open water, more surface area that I can increase humidity. You know, that's what brings your humidity up, is surface area of water in the incubator, and I have a lot more space in this. So anyway, that's my incubator, and hopefully I'll get a good hatch. It'll be 28 days from today till we know, so hopefully it'll do well. It's just a small batch this time, and you know, I can put up to 120 eggs in there as you know, we get a little closer to the real duck hatch season, which is really February, March, April is the big season. So anyway, that's the deal with the incubator. Oops, wrong direction. Okay, so over here is my solar setup. You saw the panels outside. Here's my battery bank and charge controller, and that's the inverter there. Battery bank. It's a 24 bank system, or 24 volt system. So batteries are running at about 24.1, 24. So they're pretty well fully charged. They charge up to about 26 volts, but pretty well full. I'm going to be running, once we get a few more sunny days, so I have a real good reliable source, so I don't have to worry when I'm not home that the batteries will stay charged. I'll be running the incubators and the duck brooders all off solar. Right now I'm just kind of letting it idle as a backup system if the power would go out during an ice storm or whatever. I can supply the whole house as far as refrigerators for, it'll run this freezer, it'll run the refrigerator in a house, it'll run lights and even a TV and computer if we want to get on there temporarily during an outage. So I've got a couple days supply of power here as a backup, and for just the incubator I can probably run it 24/7. So anyway, alright, so that's the solar system and the incubator. I'll be back. That's about it for now anyway. Check out our blog at littlehouseonthehill.weebly, weebly.com. That's a blog that I did while we were building our little house, and I'll update it a little bit here. I haven't done that in a while either. But anyway, check us out. We're also, our little hatchery is on Facebook, and I'll put a link at the bottom in the description section, both to the website or the blog and to our Facebook page. Anyway, check out ducks. If you raise chickens, you may want to consider either adding ducks or switching to ducks, because they're really just the best kept secret in the world. So anyway, that's it for now. Hopefully spring will come soon. Hopefully this wonderful weather will continue for the rest of the winter, and I'll see you next update. Thanks for watching.